Hi there everyone, Rob here with today's Western Pacific weather update. We are currently watching our newly formed tropical storm Jelawat here, moving off there towards the west. Now it is already bringing some heavy rainfall across the Philippines. Already seen some reports upwards of 80 to 100 millimeters in the past 24 hours. And this system is currently being called Lawin from Bagasa. So let's start off by showing some of the tracks here from the different agencies. With Bagasa's here only going out over the next 72 hours, and it does show the storm basically going on a due westerly progression towards the east coast of the Philippines. I myself do not think that this case is exactly going to be happening here. Despite the current movement of the storm system, they do expect an upper level ridge off here towards the north to just basically remain in place and keep this going off there towards the west. But granted, due to a little bit of troughing off towards the north, I do think that it is going to be lifting, which very well could bring it more towards northern Luzon or even off towards Taiwan or the southern Japanese islands. Let's take a look at what JMA is currently showing, and have a little more confidence in this track here. Actually going out to the 23rd, it starts to move off on this northerly progression, following along a little bit of troughing off there towards the north, but all in all, that high pressure ridge is going to be remaining in place. So with that said, it very well could even linger a little bit farther west at this time, coming across northern Luzon or even into the Luzon Strait off there towards Taiwan. Granted though, this is going to be continuing to intensify as it does so, could even get upwards of a very strong typhoon. At this time, doesn't look like it's going to be getting into the intensity that we saw Bolivan at, but really one of the main factors, especially here in the Philippines, who has been suffering from continuous rainfalls. Just imagine a tropical system right here. It's going to be enhancing that monsoonal flow coming across Luzon. And besides here, over and over again, we're going to be continuing to see some heavy rain showers and thunderstorm activity, and that is going to be bringing the risk of flooding and landslides. Especially some areas could be seeing upwards of about 89 millimeters in just an hour period with these very strong and intense storm systems. Already seeing widespread reports out of Manila already of flooding, and it does look like if it does remain on this track, that is going to be a major threat continued. Now, good news is that the storm system's not going nowhere fast, so we're really going to have some time to continue to watch it here over the coming days. Actually, let's start off here on Friday, and basically the initialization of it, and then we go into the next 24 to 48 hours. It is not going anywhere, just kind of lingering there, and then going into the weekend in the early part of next week, you start to see it move off there towards the northwest. But it's continuing to intensify. Look at that pressure down there to 975 HPA. One thing I like about GFS, it has been rather consistent with developing systems over the past several months here, especially the most recent tropical systems, and it brings it off there towards Taiwan. Now, due to this being a slow-moving system, that means that the influence of the steering flow around here is going to be kind of wavering. We do have this high-pressure ridge off there towards the north. That's what I'm talking about. If that weakens, it could move a little bit farther north, affecting Okinawa, as we've actually been thinking here for the past several days. But it doesn't look like that troughing's coming in as intense here, so at this time, my thoughts are maybe it's going to linger, then pull off there towards north, and very well could move into northern Luzon as a typhoon. That would be granted into about the early part of next week, so still some time to continue to watch the storm system. But I do think that anybody basically from the southern portions of Japan over across Luzon need to be watching this very closely. Now, just because Taiwan's right in the dead center of it does not mean that it's going to be coming in your direction. But I do think that following this flow and that little bit of troughing off there, it might jog a little bit north, but it's not really looking too great for northern Luzon, at least at this time. But once again, due to it being a slow-moving storm system, the track very well could change and linger here over the next several days. And I know a lot of people don't like hearing that the track will waver, but that is the nature of the beast with this particular storm system. So basically, I would definitely recommend anybody across the east coast of the Philippines, and including the west coast due to that inflow of moisture, to just get ready for this to continue to move into your direction. Even if it does turn off there towards the north, you're still going to be seeing some very heavy and intense rainfall due to that inflow of moisture. So flooding is definitely going to be high at risk. Make sure you have all of your belongings in order, all those safety supplies, and basically if anything does get damaged, power goes out, make sure you're ready for that as well. And same thing goes for everybody across Taiwan and the southern Japanese islands, though, but you will definitely have a lot longer time to continue to watch the storm system if it does decide to move off there towards the north. But that is all for right now, everybody. Thanks again for watching here at westernpacificweather.com. If you have any questions, comments, or suggestions, please post them in the comment box below. Also, if you have any photos or videos of any flooding in your area, we always appreciate it if you do share it with us. It always helps out a lot, and we will incorporate them into these videos if it's all right with you. But to just continue to stay updated, please follow us on Facebook and Twitter at Western Pacific Weather. You will be continuing to post updates throughout the day here, even if we do not put out new video updates or text updates on the website. So thanks again for watching, though. Please stay safe out there and have a great day.